This is the Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, and Jerry Keyser.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report for Thursday, November 18th, show number 206.
I can't believe we've had that much fun.
Sorry, I had you muted there.
I was just saying, I can't believe we've had that much fun.
Yeah, 206 shows.
206 shows.
Coming at you live from the Ron Miller Race Car Studios 2.0. It's Hammer Down Race Report, presented by Oakshade Raceway. Live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Hammer Report, follow us on YouTube. And, of course, you can always listen to us on demand, your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, check out HammerdownRacingReport.com. And just in time for Christmas, there's something new on there. Any guesses, guys? I know I didn't tell either one of you.
What?
All right, there's a store on there. So now if anybody bugs you about wanting a Hammer Down Racing Report apparel,
Ooh.
just go to HammerdownRacingReport.com and click on the store tab. It's
Is that on our Facebook page?
No, it's on HammerdownRacingReport.com.
Oh, okay, all right.
Click on the store
There's
button.
a link from our Facebook page.
To the HammerdownRacingReport.com page.
Yeah.
Yes, but then you have to click on an extra step, click on the store.
Maybe you could have another link that says buy Hammer Down apparel. And
all right, Ron, just for you, we're going to walk you through this.
I don't need to be walked through it.
We're going to do it. HammerdownRacingReport.com. We're going to...
Hello, everybody. You're here for the educational part of the show.
Yes, this is the education. We got a lot of breaking news to get to
we
today.
do, Scott. This is
a lot of things that
it's going to be a great show.
Just happened to come up in the past hour or so, maybe 2 hours. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. All right, so we are going to share this. I don't know why this pops over there, and then I can't see what's going on. Here we go. There it is. So there's the Hammer Down Racing Report home screen. See, right that's video is live now. That's us right now.
Wow.
As a matter of fact. But see this button right here? Store.
It should say apparel.
There's your apparel. So there you go. If you want some Hammer Down Racing Report stuff. All kinds of stuff there.
What about
keychains? You can't buy the people in it. We could do keychains. I just set this up just to have something.
Yeah, calendars. It's not just apparel. It's everything.
Well, right now it's just apparel. All this other stuff doesn't work. If you want any of this other stuff, just reach out to me and we can make it happen.
Yeah, and if you want calendars, reach out to Freeze Frame Photos.
There you go. Exactly. So there you go. There's your lesson for tonight. Moving on. Make sure to vote for us. Toledo City Papers Best of Toledo. We're nominated once again for Best Podcast 2021, whatever this year is. And if you want to vote for us, I won't walk you through that. Just go to our Facebook page, and we have a pinned post there with a direct link to the media category in that, and then scroll down to the podcast. There's 6 of them. I think Hammer Down Racing Report's a second option. Click vote right next to it. You're done. It may prompt you to enter an email address if you haven't done it before. So you can vote for us as many times as you have email addresses. I won't tell. I don't think
vote early and vote often.
Yes.
Every day.
Also, tonight on the show, we are featuring our Oakshade Raceway champions. We have Devin Shiels, Gabe Mueller, Eric Carr waiting in the virtual green room, and in the actual green room, Rusty Smith. He's right over there. You can't see him yet, but he's here. You can say hi. Your mic's on.
Hi.
See, he's really here. I wasn't kidding. I wasn't lying. We'll be talking to them in just a minute. First, though, we should probably take care of at least one of the breaking news items that we have to share. I'm not sure which one, but
okay.
we'll find out which one it's going to be. I don't know. Should we start out with the... I'm going to let Ron choose. Ron, what's the breaking news? Our first breaking news for tonight.
I told the guys at the on the Fremont Truck Facebook page that we'd be making an announcement about 7:30. So
we'll save that one for.
We'll save that one.
Okay. Then the other breaking news that's not really as breaking as the 7:30 breaking news, slightly less breaking. Oakshade Raceway has released a date on their 2022 schedule. I got permission to announce this one. Usually the schedule, no dates are really announced until it comes out on other schedules or whatever. But the Summer Nationals will be returning to Oakshade Raceway July 16th, I believe it was, which is that Saturday.
That'll be
yes, July 16th.
That'll be a mid-race deal.
It's kind of like the same as, like I said, the UMP Summer Nationals have not put out their schedule, so I'm assuming it'll be similar to this past year.
A Saturday and somewhere in the middle of the series, and then they'll come back up north.
Well, we don't know that. All I'm saying is the breaking news is Oakshade Raceway's date is July 16th for the UMP Summer Nationals. Again, more breaking news coming up later on in the show. First, got to thank Oakshade Raceway. We're the fastest meet to race every Saturday night during race season. Follow them on social media. Visit oakshaderaceway.com. Awards Banquet's coming up on Saturday, December 4th. You can get your tickets now until November 28th. $30 for tickets. If you want to get those tickets, you can call the track or send a message through their Facebook account, and they'll take payments via Venmo, or Chrissy's got some stuff going on. So just contact her, get those tickets if I guess you want to get paid, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's what I understand.
Okay, just making sure. Dittman Motorsports, you call them for performance parts, custom bodies, fabrication, racing tools, Hoosier tires, and more. 419-283-8580. Tell them the Hammer Down Racing Report sent you. And, of course, Big D's Pizza, Subs, Ribs, Chicken and More in Clyde. 419-547-1444. Call now. Order a pizza. You'll probably have it before the end of the show. I'm not saying he's slow because our shows are probably too long sometimes, but you can get that pizza there, or you can order online. Order BigD'sPizza.com. Big on taste, not on price. November Pizza of the Month, again, is jalapeno popper pizza.
Ooh.
Say that 10 times fast, Jerry.
No.
All right. Also, shout out to Ron Miller Race Cars Free Frame Photos as well for helping things out here on the Hammer Down Racing Report. Let's get to our Oakshade Raceway champions. Bring them all in here. We're going to have another crowded house this week. Hold on, I got to scroll down here, guys. And I hit a button that I shouldn't have. Where's Gabe? Gabe's not here yet. I thought Gabe was here. We may have to call him. Oh, wait, I want to get rid of that. There's too many buttons going on. All right. Well, as you can see, we have 3 of our 4 Oakshade Raceway champions. Gabe Mueller is supposed to be joining us. We may have to give him a call here in a bit. But we have Devin Shiels, late model champion, Rusty Smith, sportsman champion, and Eric Carr, our champion from the compact class. Gabe Mueller, bomber champion. And I believe he's the only first-time champion out of this group.
Yeah, and congratulations for that.
Yes, congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're all. It's very talkative. Let's start things out here. First question, we'll ask Devin. How does this championship compare to your previous 3 at Oakshade Raceway?
This one was. I like this one pretty good. The first one's always the most memorable one you get. Seems like you always remember the ones you lose more than anything. But,
so you remember last year pretty good then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I do. we had an off year and we couldn't do nothing right. Seems
so
like
what was different this year? Oh well, yeah, you kept the car on 4 wheels this year.
Kept the car in one piece for most of the year. Just Rocket did a new update. We got used to that real quick. That seemed to make the car a little faster. Jason Brown's been helping us out with smashing our springs and stuff at the shop, and he's helped take some work off of my plate, and we just always had the car ready to go every night.
So compared to the previous 3, where would this year's rank?
Probably 3rd.
All right. So which one's the lowest then? I want to know which one is 4th.
Actually, I'd probably move this one to 4th. I don't know. There's some competitive years.
This one meant nothing to you then. Is that what you're saying?
It seems like a lot of people were checking out and leaving, and it was good to get back on top, but I expected every time we go to be good and fast, and yeah, it's good coming back after losing it the year before, but yeah, it's they all add up and they're fun.
So were there any disappointing nights this year, Devin?
Oh yeah, the Barney Oldfield was the biggest.
Okay.
I thought we had the car to win, and I kept screwing up. I stayed on the bottom too long and should have got up on the top and rode around. But the car just getting into one, it would upset the car, and I just didn't have the left drive to come off the corner real well. And I thought I was working lap traffic good, but apparently the guy behind me was working it better.
Fair enough. Rusty, let me ask you. This was your second consecutive Sportsman Track Championship. How does this one rank compared to last year?
It felt good. I mean, I think last year was probably
Get up on that mic.
just because it was my first one and something I've been working for a long time. And this one I didn't really plan on even running for the points, so coming out worked pretty good.
That's what I was going to ask. When did you when did you make that conscious decision that, hey, I got a shot at this, I'm going to run for the points this year? Because I know at the end of last year, you didn't really have that in your plans.
Honestly, with the rain out, we were planning on going to Eldora, but my kids actually talked me into going back to Oakshade and running the last night.
And it was a nice tight point race, or point battle. You didn't end up with the lead until that final night.
Yeah, the last race.
So did you feel a lot of pressure, a lot of stress?
Not really. We went in there. I knew I was guaranteed second, so I was just.
You would have been happy with second then.
Yeah.
Mike Jessen's probably not happy with you then. It's like, why didn't you just take second? Eric, second consecutive championship for you in the compacts. Same question. How's this year's compared to last year's?
I'd have to say this one's probably the second best. I mean, like you said before, the first one's always the best.
Okay, fair enough. And you didn't really have that. You were leading the points, well, as long as I can remember, pretty much the most of the season.
I think it was the whole season.
Yeah, and it wasn't really close there at the end. I mean, you didn't feel any pressure there going into those final few races.
I think it was probably 3/4 through the season. The worst I finished heat or feature was second place. So it was a pretty good year.
So why were you so fast?
Finally, I mean, had the same car for 5 years and finally got it figured out.
All right. Actually, I had a question from one of our listeners.
Actually, we had questions for both Eric and Rusty.
I haven't been watching these breaking
Eric,
news.
what in the compact class, what is the in your estimation, what's the car of choice and why?
Well, I mean, every year it seems like it changes. There, many years ago, 5-6 years ago, it was Neons, and then everybody's kind of went to the Hondas and the Cavaliers. I think right now the car of choice is probably the Cavalier. It's the easiest to make fast. But
what is yours? What are you running?
Mine's a Neon. I'm stuck in the old ages, but it's a proven winner. So
it seems to work.
Right.
If you had your choice right now, you were getting a new car for next season. What would it be? Well, assuming you're staying in the compacts.
It's going to be another Neon.
Another Neon. Okay.
This car's head. It's ready for the scrapyard.
All right.
Now, is it handling, do you think, or engine or parts availability? Because our other listener is going to be asking me those questions.
The biggest thing is handling. I mean, you can't have a fast car without having a good handling car. I mean,
and the Neons are pretty good in that category.
If you figure them out, I mean, they like to push until you can figure out some tricks to get them to actually turn.
Okay.
All right.
And for you, Arnold, he asked this question. Wanted to know what exactly is a UMP sportsman. What makes it a UMP sportsman?
And basically, what's the difference between a sportsman and a late model?
The biggest difference is a late model's all aluminum motor, sportsman's all steel. We got 8-inch tires instead of the 14-inch tires. Run a smaller spoiler and a rear filler. Other than that,
So you've got a 14-inch rear filler panel. Any limit on the shocks or anything? Are they the same as what you would run on a late model?
Same as a late model.
Okay. And the chassis, you could run
Same. You can take a Sportsman and run it as a late model.
steel blocks, steel heads, any 4-barrel. You could run a 2-barrel, I guess, if you wanted.
There's a few of us Sportsmans that run late models. We go to other tracks and
Bolt
put big tires on and
take the filler panel off.
Yep. Load on a little wider spoiler and go at it.
How much success have you had running with the late models?
Not too bad. I've ran a couple times with the small motor, and we're pretty competitive with them.
I know Carter Murday was doing that too.
Yeah.
He was pretty competitive.
Yeah, he does really good with them.
Yeah.
While we're talking about late models, do you have a trick up your sleeve for next year
The plan is to run late models.
with the same car?
Look out, Devin.
Same car. We got a different motor in it, all aluminum, and go out there.
So you had that all aluminum motor in at the last Sportsman race?
Oh, I had it in all year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How fast did it feel when you jumped from the Sportsman to the late model? How much faster do you think it felt?
It's quite a bit different.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while since I drove a Sportsman, so I was just curious.
Oh, yeah, it's a big difference.
If you would have won last year, Devin, you would have had 5 in a row at Oakshade and put you in some pretty.
Thanks for reminding him.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah,
Nice job,
Steve
Dev.
Kester beat you last year, in case you forgot. But
It was a COVID year.
how cool would that have been to have 5 in a row? And, I mean, maybe you could still do 5 in a row here, right?
That was my goal. I wanted to get to 5, and so Ryan couldn't throw it back in my face that he had 5 championships in a row.
Talk about Ryan Missler, right?
Yeah, Ryan Missler. He likes to say that he got 5 in a row. But now we've got more total championships, so we should be good. But yeah, I wanted to get them in a row and be up there in the top. I think Rusty's got 5. And,
I think you might have 6 actually. Not in a row. Not in a row though.
Yeah, but I wanted to get a total up there, so we were up there with the big names.
All right, good. I just got an update from Gabe. He's going to be hopping on in a few minutes here. Gabe Mueller will be joining us. What of you had 4 wins this year, Devin? Any of those 4 wins stand out?
Probably the Tim Fisher Memorial Race. That was pretty cool. Got to go on the front stretch, and I started racing with Tim in sportsman class, and he was just the stable at Oakshade, and it was amazing what he could do in the car. Even when he was younger, it was pretty impressive to see stuff that he was doing, and we always looked up to him, and that was kind of cool.
So you remember watching him race when you were a kid?
I remember I started Sportsman and Bomber. I remember him a lot. I remember the 99 blue and red and white car in the Sportsman class, and I don't know how he made that thing go around the track, because I know it wasn't the best of the best, and it was pretty impressive what he did with it.
Nice. Rusty, you had how many wins did you have this year? You had 9 wins. Any of those stick out in your mind as being a little bit more memorable than the others?
I did say championship night, sealing the deal and winning the championship.
That's the way to do it, too, especially if you're going to steal it on the final race, because I don't even think you had it going into starting that race.
Nah, we were, I don't know, like 15 points, something like that out.
Yeah.
We missed a night early in the year and just fought back.
Do you think had you not missed that night that you would have coasted to the championship then?
Possibly, but you never know.
I mean, Carter Murday started coming on strong there toward that second half of the season after he got his first win.
Yeah, he's a really good driver. Fun to race with him.
You guys always were up at the front. Well, not always, but most of the time battling each other up at the front.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric? You had 5 wins this year. Any of those most memorable to you?
I'd have to say season opener. I actually bailed on my girlfriend's brother's wedding reception to make it to the race in time. So I'm still trying to live that one down, but I think that was the most memorable. Good. I don't know if it was good or bad, but most memorable.
And Gabe Mueller finally joining us. You're the only one, we were pointed out earlier, that this is your first championship.
First was going to be pulled off, and it did.
And what was it? It was Bomber Spectacular.
Sorry.
You're at work, aren't you?
I'm at work, and it's the third salesperson that keeps coming in wondering what's going on. So
now the final points race was the double feature night, I believe, right? Same night as Bomber Spectacular.
yes, yep.
So you got the points, and then the next race you had some engine issues or something.
Yeah. So well,
That wasn't Bomber Spectacular night. That was just a double feature night.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That too. An amazing situation happened. So come to find out, after the points race, the first feature was over, and we got the championship. The next feature, the fuel pressure went to 0, on the first lap or something like that in the feature. And I'm like, well, what the heck's going on? So we pulled off and ended up finding out by digging into the fuel cell that there's some parts that were just floating around in there, and one of them must have got sucked up into the pickup tube. And for that to have happened not during the championship feature, but into the second feature, that was kind of just for fun, is just amazing in and of itself. And so that was one piece of adversity that we overcame. I think that was just a lot of, that was a ticking time. I mean, I'm not sure. My nut and bolt list is pretty long, and that's a new one that's added to my nut and bolt list.
The racing gods were looking down on you that night, apparently.
Certainly, yes. God is good.
So 2 wins this season, but you were focused on the bigger picture there. Any of those 2 wins stand out to you?
I'd have to certainly say, honestly, both of them, because the first one, I've been waiting for that win for a long time. This is my first 2 wins ever, and they both happened this year. And, I've been chasing it for a long time. I believe this is like my 5th full season in a row, and haven't got an A-main win, and finally did. So that first one was really very, very rewarding, and I was happy that everyone was, able to have a hand in that. And then going into the Bomber Spectacular, that was even more exciting because it just, everything worked out as it should. The car handled amazing. We made a small adjustment to the car, but it was perfect. And it was a perfect adjustment to make the car handle better from the heat to the feature. And that was a huge win and just a thrill all the way from the beginning to the end.
Smile. I can see the smile on your face there.
I was watching the video earlier of the Bomber Spectacular just to refresh my memory. It was fun.
It was fun to watch yourself win, right?
It was. I gotta admit it.
Devin, you do a lot of video with yourself on your car and whatever. Do you watch videos of the races you won?
Yeah, I do. I like when the guys film from the stands, whoever does it.
Yeah.
When they post it on.
Yeah, because you see that view of you in the car. You already know that view.
Yeah, that view shows a lot more what's going on. I don't like being in front of the camera. I just like seeing what happened in the race, what they're doing behind me, what they're doing in front of me. Just it helps see where you make your mistakes and what you can improve on.
So what are your plans? I know we asked you this a couple weeks ago when we had you on for the Attica Champions, but what are your plans for next year?
We're probably going to do race where we can. That's kind of pick and choose where we want to go. Oakshade, we might run for points, might not. It's kind of up in the air until I see my wife's schedule, what she's got planned for us. That'll determine where I'm going. But I like racing at Attica, so I'll probably be there most of the time. But I'll have to miss a few nights.
Okay.
And that I-96 pay looks pretty good.
I was going to ask about that. What's closer to you? Is Attica closer or I-96? I thought I-96 was, but somebody was telling me
it's pretty close.
Okay.
It's 2 hours to Attica, and I think it's pretty close to that after you.
So you're like right in the middle.
Yeah, it's Oakshade's always. I mean, Oakshade's so much easier to get to, and it's 40 minutes up the road, and you're there, and you don't have to take off work early or do anything like that to get there, and you can kind of concentrate on getting the car ready from the night before, and it's a lot easier going there.
So I think that we might see you come back and try and defend that championship. Go for a 5th.
Yeah, we might try it. I got to see what my dad wants to do. And
hey, he said I could drive your car. I think it was him that said I could drive your car.
Hey, if you want to get us some time on the track.
Well, he said the next week.
So.
He said it was the week we got rained out. That last week, he said, "You want to drive the car next week?" I'm like,
yeah,
sure.
He was probably counting on a rain out or something. But I'm trying to get you a pit cart or something so you can go from the press box all the way to your car. So
it's the only exercise. It's the only exercise I get, though.
Yeah, you look like a cross country runner running through there every week.
I learned from my kid. Go ahead.
I just finished up with that. My daughter was a cross country, so I know exactly how it goes.
It's an interesting sport.
Yes, it is.
At least in auto racing, you just the fans can stand and or get to sit in the seats. With cross country, it's like a amoeba or something of fans running to different locations just to go woo as the kids run by.
Yeah. I was kind of lazy when I took the.
You were lazy.
Okay, I can see her here, and that's good enough for me. I'll go back to the finish line.
There you go. At the start and the finish, that's all that matters.
Yep, that's all. That's the important part.
Rusty, you kind of alluded to going to a late model next year. Oakshade in the plans. You going to hit any other tracks? What's your deal for next year?
Not too sure. Just hit up different tracks. Not going to run anywhere for points. Okay. Whatever sounds good that night, we're going to try it and go. Probably hit up some summer national races and just see what we can get.
So you might hit I-96?
We might go up there a couple times.
Okay.
What I want to know is anybody with a late model going to hit that up?
That's some of the breaking news. What do you're?
Hey! Somebody broke it in the comments. So
yeah. All right. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and it's past the 7:30 for the other breaking news.
Yes, we might as well break it all.
All right. So the Million race coming back to Eldora, right?
The Eldora Million is back. The week of the Dirt Late Model Dream.
It's a Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes, a 4-day racing event starting the Dream. The $1 million race will be on Thursday, June 9th. They'll run preliminaries on Wednesday. It's going to feature a full program of heat races, last chance showdowns, and culminate with a $1,002,022 to win championship feature. The initial seeding for Thursday's heat races will be set on Wednesday, June 8th via a program of tournament-style preliminary features. So that'll be kind of interesting.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. Kind of sounds NASCAR-ized to me, but yeah, we'll see.
All right, then we got some more breaking news here. I guess we'll get right back to you guys here. We promised we would make this announcement at 7:30. We're a little late, so Here we go again. More breaking news.
But wait, there's more.
Just confirmed, and we were given permission to announce this about an hour before showtime. UMP late models will be running Sandusky Speedway on April 9th and 10th. So for you two guys that are running late models, Devin and Rusty, it'll be a UMP points event as part of the spring cavalcade going on at Sandusky Speedway Saturday and Sunday.
Well, and that's not all the breaking news, because there will be
the dirt trucks and the bombers will also be
and bombers
in
as
action.
there was in the fall cavalcade, and they've been invited back. And the management at Sandusky Speedway was so pleased with the way you guys ran the show. And looking in the comments, there's a lot of the Fremont truck folks there. They were excited to have you back.
And now they want to add some late models to it, too. So UMP late models. I don't know what's...
UMP rules, points. We're still in the discussion stage as to how many laps, but I would think LM30s or 40s would be just fine.
What do you think, Devin?
They putting dirt on it?
Nope.
No.
It's going to be asphalt.
Ooh, that's. I don't know. How's the chassis hold up there, Ron?
Just fine.
He runs into trees with the Fremont trucks, and it seemed fine.
No, trees ran into me.
Oh.
I think personally I'll have to pass. That's a lot of twisting on the chassis.
It's really not, because you tame the car down a little bit. You take some bar angle out of it, take some J-bar out, flatten the car down a little bit. So it's really not hard on the chassis.
What loads do you do in the right front?
Oh, we're getting technical.
We're getting technical now. Now we're getting some setup help.
Can't go there.
Ron wants to maintain his advantage, I believe.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to be watching the extended weather forecast somewhere around Christmas time, and instead of going there with the board on our car, I'll be going regular late model trim just to get some laps and make some notes. So if the hangover race looks like it's going to be relatively dry,
it'll be a practice session for you.
Yes, it will.
Uh-huh. What do you think, Rusty?
I know Ruman did it with his modified at Spartan, so if he can do it, we can do it.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It really isn't. And now my son Steve, he'll have the car all jacked up, but that's not.
There are some people that drive it that way.
That's not the fast way, and you
But
really
it looks cool.
You got to tame it down.
But it looks cool. Rusty, what about you? Do you think you might put that on your calendar? Something different for next year?
It might be something to try.
All right.
Never raced there.
It's a fun little track. Well, I shouldn't say little. It's got long straightaways and tight corners, but yeah. So, again, April 9th and 10th, the Spring Cavalcade will include dirt late models, UMP sanctioned, and, of course, the bombers and the trucks again, just like they were a few weeks ago for the Fall Cavalcade. And they'll also have some other asphalt classes as well. More details on that will be determined. So there you go. There's that breaking news.
Yes, it is.
Now back to plans for 2022. Gabe, I know you had some videos come out with your plans. Share with our audience what you got on tap for next year.
Okay, so next year we're going to be piloting Jamie Fowler's car. It's the car that Terry ran at Eldora this year. And Jamie wants us to run for a championship at Eldora. So I'm really excited to give that a try. And we hit a few tracks this year, too, in his car. That way I can get some seat time behind it, which is cool. But, yeah, mostly we're going to focus on Eldora. And then I believe he wants to hit Lima Land occasionally, as well as a few other tracks. But we might get to Oakshade once or twice a year next year as well, hopefully. Would be cool. But, yeah, we're going to focus primarily on Eldora and see what we can do there and hit Lima Land mostly.
So who's going to be the champion in the bomber class next year?
That's a good question. I'm not sure who's all staying.
Okay.
But
I guess we'll find out.
It's going to be you, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Definitely.
That's the correct answer.
How does the Fowler's car compare to the 4M that we're used to seeing in?
So at first, there was a few changes I had to make that we had to make it more comfortable for me. I couldn't reach the pedals the greatest, and
what did you put blocks on the pedals?
It's a superior car than the 4M for sure.
Oh.
But
okay.
It felt similar towards the last race that we did because we made some changes to make it a little bit more similar to mine because I was just used to driving mine. But the car itself is a superior car for sure. It's fun. It's loud.
Eric,
it's a lot louder.
It's
than mine.
what?
It's
a
lot
loud?
louder than mine.
Well, that means it's faster then.
Well, that's one of those Ford things.
Oh. Eric, what's your plans for next year? You said something about getting a new car.
Yeah, as long as I get the car done, I'll should have a new car for next year.
Running for the Compact Championship, going for your third consecutive?
As of right now, I wasn't planning on it, but I said that before, and look where I ended up. So,
okay. Back to Devin here, and you've already had this question, but you against these other three here on the screen in equally prepared tricycles. We'll just make it down the front stretch of Oakshade Raceway because I think everybody would be tired out trying to make a whole lap on the tricycles. Who's going to win that? Devin?
I'm going Gabe.
Think Gabe's going to do it?
good
Gabe's
answer.
got it. Yeah.
My
He
boy.
can't touch pedals in race cars, but he can ride a tricycle.
Yeah, but I'm a mean tricycle rider, though. That's funny.
That makes a funny mental image.
Eric, what's your thought?
Now we got to put this event together.
I agree with Devin on this one. I'm pretty sure it'd be Gabe.
All right.
All right, Rusty. What do you
No
think,
pressure.
Rusty?
I'd have to go with Gabe too.
All right, Gabe. You're the
Kind of unanimous there.
They're all showing up racing for second. What's up with that?
What do you think, Gabe? Do you agree with them?
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I mean, I've been known to ride a mean tricycle.
All right, I'll have to get with Chrissy. We're gonna make this happen. We'll do it at
Hey, I'm
intermission.
down.
Then some night you're there.
Maybe adult big wheels.
And you're gonna have to be wearing your helmet and fire suit at the same time.
Oh, now we're talking. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
it any other way.
But we wouldn't want you to get injured, fall and
We'll
hit
put
your
fire
head or
suppression
anything.
systems on them.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have Terry just water down the front stretch, make it real slick too.
Oh, that'd be great.
Thought about it. I'm in.
Devin, anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors?
Like to thank Magic Fountain Auto Wash, their family business, and Rally's Hamburgers, Adrian, Dirt Nerds Podcast. We got some new shirts and stuff, so if you guys want any shirts, get a hold of me on Facebook on the Shiels Racing page. We can ship them out for Christmas and stuff. And Kalina's helping out with that, she says, and she's gonna handle that for me and hopefully get some shirts sold. And I'd like to also thank my dad. We didn't thank him last time, and he's the reason we do this. And I enjoy it and everything, and it's fun. And I'm curious to see what when my son's going to take over or not. But yeah, it's a family deal. And
How old is he?
He's going to be 16 here in March. So.
Oh, he's plenty old then.
Yep. I wanted him to get done with sports and stuff and have fun in school without having to work on a car every night. Be out in the shop till 3 a.m.
Has he taken any laps in the car?
He did last year. After the season, we kind of did a practice run, and out of all the nephews and all the younger kids that had ever been in a car, he was the one that scared us the most.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah,
He's showing promise.
Yeah, he'd have a definite advantage than what I had. I started off from scratch, and he definitely would have the setup and somebody to tell him what not to do. And
how's that work?
That would work. It works good. We communicate well, but he listens well, and you don't realize it when you're in the car is, all right, if you don't enter the corner too fast, if the car doesn't slide out from under you, that's a good thing. And when I started out, it was how to slide it in the corner and through the corner, and that doesn't work for speed.
Absolutely.
There you go. That little information for Arnold then. Isn't he the one that's making the transition from asphalt to dirt?
Arnold Kirsch, yes.
There you go.
Don't slide the car.
Rusty, anyone you want to thank for helping you out?
And thank Tommy Sports Bar, Rocket Chassis, Equiforce Shocks, Ron Miller. Yep.
Yay.
Gabe?
Yeah, I would like to. I start by thanking my dad too. He's a huge supporter, and love you, Dad. I want to thank my wife Rachel too for putting up all the time we spend here working on the race car and at the track. She's an awesome, supportive wife, so I appreciate her. And when it comes to sponsors, I just want to thank REC Performance for lending me their motor when mine blew with a couple points nights left. That was a huge saving grace as well. Wonder Ministries, Central Collision, Elite Credit Recovery, the Bunker Bar. We had American Custom Firearms, Digital 55, War Paint Graphics. Hopefully I'm not forgetting somebody, but I probably am. I want to thank my buddy Ben for all the years he's helped me put the race car together and get the race car to the track. My buddy John, Terry Rushlow, Jamie Fowler, Ricky, all those guys. They've been a huge help to me this year, and it's just a major blessing to have such support.
Eric, anyone you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my family. Help me do it every week. Then biggest sponsor is Terry Hendricks Auto Group in Archbold, Ohio.
All right. Well,
Hence the neon.
hence the
Also,
neon.
wanted to thank Smash Dogs Food Truck and MR Canvas and Upholstery. Sorry. I knew I was forgetting a couple.
Did you have to look that up?
No, I just remembered.
Okay.
I remember last time I was more prepared. I had a card prepared, but this time it's off the top.
All right. Well, we'll let you get back to work. We appreciate all you guys joining us, and we're going to make this tricycle event happen sometime at Oakshade.
I'm down.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Thank you guys, and congratulations on your championships. Hopefully, we'll see you at the awards banquet on December 4th at the Fulton County Fairgrounds.
Look forward to seeing you guys next year about this same time.
All right. Thanks.
We'll be here.
Thanks, guys, for having us.
All right. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys. Scott just took himself out.
I meant to do that.
I see.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose. I was just testing you. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't even know I did it. I probably didn't go out over the Facebook Live broadcast, but I said Rusty gets to stick around because he's in the Ron Miller Race Car Studios, so he gets to help us out with the rest of the show. And he's like, "Son of a bitch, this is probably shouldn't have come in then."
Well,
you got.
I have
What do you
one
got?
more piece of breaking news. I don't know if anybody
oh.
saw my post earlier this week. A little self-serving. I'm sorry. I thought this was really cool. The Dayton Auto Race fans announced their 2021 banquet coming back after a year off of COVID, having it at the Miami County Fairgrounds this year on the same date as the Oakshade banquet, unfortunately, December 4th, so I won't be able to make it up there. But they announced all of their special award winners this year, and I have been selected for the John Markham Award. Very honored, shocked to be receiving that award, and also a good friend, Bobby Sparks, his family being awarded one of the special awards this year. Bobby, unfortunately, passing away yesterday after battling cancer for a couple of years. So, going to be a fun banquet down there. If anybody's interested, darfclub.com. Check them out for tickets. It's a great awards banquet, great food every year. Good time to spend with your racing family and bench racing and hang out with everybody. So,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
thank you.
You're an award-winning co-host.
Is John. That's John Markham of the ARCA fame.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's why it blew me away when they announced. Typically, they wait till the night of the awards banquet, but they wanted people to know who were getting the awards so friends and family could be invited this year. And I when I saw the news, I literally had to stop it. It took a minute to get my thoughts gathered. It was very, very, very humbling to be receiving that award this year. So,
Well, congratulations.
Congrats.
thank you,
Yep.
guys.
Yeah, I knew the man well, and to be getting his award, that's really cool. Congratulations,
Yep, that's what I
Joe.
thought. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Looking very much looking forward to it. And again, if anybody's interested, darfclub.com. Just like Harf and so many others, you can get a membership for just $15. And you're going to get reduced admission to several racetracks all over the state of Ohio and in Indiana. It's a very cool deal. So definitely check that out. And they have an injured drivers fund that's definitely got a lot of traction. It's helped a lot of drivers, and maybe some more announcements coming up soon. I can't really say much, but I will say the Rumble in Fort Wayne may have some things involved with DARF yet this year.
Cool. You got the racing roundup?
Sure, I can do that.
There's a lot on there again.
I know. I'm afraid I'm going to lose my voice announcing all this. Racing roundup this week. Last weekend, Jonathan Davenport led all 40 laps of the opening night of the Duel in the Desert at the dirt track at Las Vegas. Rusty Schlenk finished 11th. Then on Saturday, Bobby Pierce won the second night. Rusty Schlenk finished 11th again. And that's your racing roundup. For this week.
Gee.
And would you go out to run the Duel in the Desert?
I can't afford that.
All right, win some big races and work your way up there. But if you could, would you?
Oh, I would totally would.
That'd be pretty awesome. Going for $100,000 to win.
What about the Eldora Million? I think that's
Well,
worth a shot right there too.
well, absolutely.
A million?
Will you be running that?
Probably not.
Why not?
Too much wear and tear on the motor car.
Takes a big motor and lots of that to win all of that.
All right, we got some racing news. We also have Big D's pizza giveaway with how many coming up in just a little bit. So before we get to that, got to thank Freeze Frame Photos. As Jerry mentioned earlier, if you're shopping for something for Christmas, those custom calendars are a pretty cool deal. You can take any photo, I believe, and just turn 12 photos, turn it into a calendar for you. Give Charlie a call.
Got all my photos from my June race with you guys down there. Just got all my pictures from Charlie this week, and then we're going to put together a calendar from those. So looking very much,
awesome.
Looking forward to doing all that. So yeah, Charlie's photos are amazing.
You have to show us it. Bring it when you get it. Bring it so we can see it on the show.
Absolutely, we'll hang it and all that, and I'll
okay.
Yeah, I'll scan it in the whole 9 yards.
Give Charlie from Freeze Frame Photos a call, 419-476-9978. And I have a feeling he was at the Sandusky race that we were at a few weeks ago. Maybe we'll see him out there for the hangover race. Or is it too cold for him?
I don't think it's the cold. Some of the other conditions that sometimes jump up.
Rain?
Moisture in the
hangover. The hangover?
No, not Charlie.
Ron Miller Race Cars, got to thank them too. That guy. 734-856-7223. Race Cars, parts, safety, equipment, service. Everything a race. He's
right here.
Right here, but yeah, everything a racer needs. Speaking of which, I have a question for you. How often should a racer replace their helmet? How long is a racing helmet good for?
There are dating periods, and most sanctioning bodies allow two.
I went on a few dates with my helmet.
2 dating periods. So the Snell 20 and Snell 15 right now are the current ones. It's not so much time as it is impacts. If you whack your helmet on a roll bar or throw it at somebody, impacts are really bad on helmets.
Okay. I'll probably need a new one. I might have to talk to you about
Scott, while we're talking about helmets, Christmas is coming up, and
gift cards. You do gift cards too, don't you?
It's my annual plea to parents, grandparents, moms, dads, cousins. If you've got a racer, a loved one that's racing, consider either buying them safety equipment or giving them a gift card for safety equipment. Specify that that's what it has to be used for. Driver suits, gloves, helmets, anything that upgrades what the racers are using. It's a good investment. It'll keep them safe, and you can feel good about it.
Speaking of safety stuff, our first story here in our racing news this week, 17-year-old Dyson Pursley was injured in a bad wreck Saturday night at Arizona Speedway after wheel-to-wheel contact with our good friend Buddy Kofoid. Battling for a final transfer position, sent his car into the air and flipping. He was transported to a local hospital with broken C4 and C5 vertebrae. Pursley's mother shared on social media Sunday morning that Dyson has a severe spinal cord injury and, quote, he will have surgery at 11 a.m., this was Sunday, this morning to repair C4 and C5 and fuse them. An update followed later in the day. Surgery went well on fusing C3 to C5. The spinal cord was aggravated a little more than she thought it would be. He is going to stay on the ventilator for the night so he can get some rest, and we will continue to monitor swelling and contusion on spinal cord and see if tingling in the body subsided and movement starts to improve. There was updates that she has made throughout the week. Last one I saw, he's off the ventilator, but he's still experiencing swelling in his throat around the surgical site, which is making it difficult to swallow. So thoughts and prayers going out to him.
Absolutely.
Kyle Busch, He finished 4th in his Nitro Rallycross debut this past weekend. Those are those.
Yeah,
that guy. He didn't win. If it was Kyle Larson, he would have won, I'm sure.
He would have won it, yeah.
Yeah, first time in it, he probably would have run second.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Dryden Extreme Dirt Car Series kicks off its 3rd season this year with 4 packed weekends of dirt car late model racing from November through February, with 8 races in all stretching across South Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia. The Dryden Extreme Dirt Car Series champion will earn $15,000. It all begins with a couple of 10,000 to win events on this Saturday at Lancaster Speedway, and Sunday, November 21st at Cherokee Speedway. PowerEye announced the development of a 410 Wing Outlaw Sprint League.
Ooh.
Hitting tracks in 2022. A Missouri Valley-based series running a projected 20 to 35 events in the heartland of America with a home base of racing operations at Lake Ozark Speedway. Do we need another 410? I know we probably don't have the 410 guys with us, but, I don't know. Do we need another 410 series?
I don't know. I
If
think
it's
that
a
power
regional,
that PowerEye series runs Western United States a lot more than around here, so it might not be a bad
Illinois,
thing.
Missouri.
Well, they said they're running the heartland here, so I don't know. Okay.
That'll give your guys at Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, Missouri more, because the All-Stars stay over here a lot more than what they do in the, obviously the Outlaws travel a little bit more than that, go a little bit more west side, but that'll maybe give the PowerEye guys a chance to run some dual shows with them and do some different stuff.
Speaking of the All-Stars, the Flow Racing All-Star Circuit of Champions revealed its 2022 schedule that will pay their champion $80,000 to win. I believe that's up $15,000 from last year, I recall. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what I read. Points start again at Attica with the Spring Nationals on April 8th and 9th, and ending with the Jim Ford Classic at Fremont on October 7th and 8th. So, and if you want to check out
something cool they did with Speed Week, if you guys seen the schedule, in the past, it seems like they would go to Waynesfield, then head over to Muskingum County or Portsmouth, and then come all the way back to Lima. This year, the Waynesfield and Limaland races are back to back. So as long as Mother Nature cooperates, could be a very exciting Thursday and Friday here around Lima.
Was it a couple years ago when they were having trouble with the weather and they just kind of were like, okay, this track's dry. We're all going down to this track.
Yeah.
And they made it work.
Yeah.
I think Jerry's a little lagging there a little bit. But
yeah, you guys, one of us broke up. I'm not sure it was my end or yours.
I'm going to blame you for now. Just it's easier.
Sounds good.
On Tuesday night, Buddy Kofoid iced his latest Bakersfield Speedway win decisively for his 5th USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget Championship victory of the year. Kofoid reclaims the series lead with that win, moving 4 points ahead of Chris Wyndham. So that kid's
with
going
6
pretty
races
good.
left. Going to be coming right down to the wire, it looks like, with the Midget Championship. Going to be fun to watch.
Roush Fenway Racing announced a robust rebranding strategy that will see the organization change its name to Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing, otherwise known as RFK Racing.
Okay.
And then in a couple more years, they'll add another name, and it'll be like ABCDFG Racing.
Well, I thought the Kennedys had RFK trademarked.
Ooh. Isn't that a stadium?
Used to be. I don't know if they still call it that or not.
Yeah. One last story here, and we got video to go along with this. It's pretty exciting here. Stuart Friesen took a wild ride last Thursday night at the Rev a week ago while he was leading, as a matter of fact. Right rear broke. Did you happen to, any of you guys catch this?
I saw the
video.
I saw the video.
Well,
Man, that was a ride.
Thanks to Matt Swander. He pointed me in the right direction for the video. But, yeah, I first saw the pictures, too. Here is that wild ride.
For those watching at home, we'll take a look at it ourselves. Friesen leading the way going into the turn. Wow, the right rear wheel broke. The right rear wheel broke as he slid into the corner.
So,
wow.
Friesen was okay, though. How'd that look on your computer over there?
I didn't get it.
Oh no!
We stuck poor Rusty with the slow computer over there. Well, let me tell you, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild. But luckily, Stuart Friesen was not hurt from that crazy incident. It is time to play How Many. Last week's How Many was how many total guesses will we have for this week's How Many?
Oh yeah.
You can wrap your head around that. The total number of guesses were 10. Ron, you guessed 12.
I did.
So you were the closest. You won how many for
In the studio.
guesses? Our online winner was JD Smith, who guessed 16. And JD was closest, so JD will get a Big D's Pizza. Just get with me or Dean Henry from Big D's Pizza, and we'll get you hooked up. So this week's How Many is, we're going back to a racing thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah. How many late models will we see at Lancaster on Saturday for the Dryden Extreme Dirt Car Series opener? Yeah, you get to go first.
Which night?
Saturday night. It's the opening night of that,
Right,
that
okay.
series.
29.
I absolutely have no idea. So, what do you think, Jerry?
How come you get to go last?
Because
31.
it's my show.
Because it's the Hammer Down Racing Report, not the Keyser Down Racing Report.
And I'm also wanted to stall as long as I could to see what other people were guessing. Dean's usually pretty good. I'm going to go with 32. Just I'm going to go on the high side.
Yeah.
So
if it ends up being 30, who wins, me or Ron? Since he's 29 and I'm 31.
we'll have to spin the Big D's pizza wheel. Aha. If you'd like your chance, if you'd like to your chance to win a Big D's pizza, just put your guess in the comments of our Facebook Live or on YouTube, and we'll give you until Saturday at noon Eastern time. It was pointed out to me I had a loophole for this last one that you didn't say what time zone. So, Eastern time, noon Eastern on Saturday. So if you're listening to us on iHeartRadio or something, you can go and find us on Facebook, find this the video, put your guess in that way. As long as you do it before noon on Saturday, you are entered to win a Big D's pizza. So we'll find out the winner next week. And that's about it. For
Scott, before we go, let me see if I can find it.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll thank our associate producer, Dave Kemmer, and field correspondents, Matt Swanner, John Young, and Doug Dock. Next week, we are off for Turkey Day.
Ooh, boy, we get to eat.
Yeah, Dave said he's going to take a vacation next week, so
All right.
I figure we should take that day off, too. No show.
Seeing that Stuart Friesen crash, and then Tony Burns pointed out. Tony Burns is a Fremont truck racer, and he went upside down pretty violently this year, and he said there was a small nick in his helmet, and after that wreck, he bought a new helmet, didn't trust the old one, and then he got a head and neck restraint. So don't wait till something like that happens. Just make sure you've got the good stuff.
Do I have the good stuff?
I don't know. What's the Snell rating on your helmet?
I don't remember. I'd have to look.
Probably 20 years old.
No, it's like 7 years old. Maybe 8.
It might be time for a new
That's
one.
what I was thinking. All right. And you're the guy that sells that kind of stuff.
Yes, we do.
Is there a shortage or any supply chain issues with that with safety equipment?
Right now, that stuff is kind of okay. The holiday season could put a dent in that.
Okay. So get your orders in early is what you're saying.
That's it.
Well, you still can. 2 weeks from tonight, we're back with another live show. We will have all the Fremont track champions, including DJ Foose, Matt Foose, and Sean Valeni will all be joining us. That'll be, I don't know, whatever 2 weeks from tonight is. If the Saturday is the 4th for the Oakshade Banquet, it'd be 2 days, that'd be December 2nd. So this is our last show for November.
Wow.
Yeah. We haven't had a break in a while, though, so it'll be nice. Don't forget
We'll be back to racing before we know it.
Yeah. New Year's Day. No Hammer Down Racing Report or Hammer Down Hotline. Say that again. No Hammer Down Hotline playback this week. If you want to text us or leave a message, call 419-318-3081. Anytime, day or night, play it back at the end of the show. If there's anything to play back, nothing to play back this week. I think we got some telemarketers, though, calling us. Maybe we should call them sometime.
Yeah.
Call them back and say, hey, what's up?
Want to thank Rusty Smith for hanging in there with us and giving
Thanks,
some
Rusty.
giving some insight into our one listener that is going sportsman racing.
I do have one question. Is he going sportsman racing or compact racing?
He has, and he's going to be running up in Michigan. He's got an old Howe car.
So
that
that's
he's
not a compact.
No, and he's converting it to their late model sportsman type car.
Let me ask you, Rusty, if you were to recommend somebody that this person we're talking about has racing experience, right?
Right, on pavement.
Okay. Say a new racer, somebody who doesn't have experience on dirt or asphalt. What class would you suggest they start off in?
I would go bomber to get some laps for the first year and then move up.
So bomber instead of compacts?
Yeah.
You know, Rusty, a few years ago, I would have disagreed with you because I thought at that time that you could really learn too many bad things running a bomber. But the bombers have evolved so much that anymore they're real race cars, and good place to start and find out if you like it.
Sure.
So we're going to change the name to Super Stocks, right?
Somebody asked me if Oakshade was going to get in trouble because Facebook has this policy about bombing and those kind of things. Could they get in trouble with Facebook talking about bombers?
I don't know. Are we going to get in trouble with Facebook?
I sure hope not.
All right.
I push the envelope often enough.
We're going off the rails here. Again, thanks to all our sponsors, Oakshade Raceway, Big D's Pizza, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Dippin' Motorsports. Have a good Turkey Day, and we'll see you in a couple weeks with the
Yes,
Fremont
we
Champs. Till then,
it's dinner time.
is it?
Good night, everybody.
Nope, not yet.
I did
got
too.
the
Goodbye,
button.
Jerry.
Okay,
Enjoy your turkey.
You're on.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.